Welcome to the Via Stoica podcast. We're here for the Stoic Quotes edition. These go out on Fridays. We have our other regular episodes on Tuesdays, which are interviews or topics, just general life topics that we look through a Stoic lens. So check us out there as well. If you like it, the podcast, what we do, then please leave a rating and subscribe and share it to other people around you. And if you're looking for more quotes, go to viastoica.com where you can find hundreds of quotes by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, and all of them alike. And you can use them for your writing, for your inspiration. They all have their references, so you know where to find them if you look for them in your books. So check those out. And if you want to book a free consultation to talk to one of our coaches, if you're struggling with something, you can also do that on viastoica.com. But we are going to go to a quote by Marcus Aurelius today. That's actually not necessarily from him, and I'm not sure if he actually agrees with this quote. I did like it because also from a little bit from my minimalistic point of view. So there's also a little bit, these quotes can also be interpreted in a different way sometimes. So I liked it that way. We'll also look at it from the Stoic lens, and it does have a lot of importance. So it comes from book 4, point 24 on the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius. He says, if you seek tranquility, do less. And just to add to it, because he then gives his own view, he says, or more accurately, do what's essential, what the logos of a social being requires, and in the requisite way. Now, this quote is the first one, if you seek tranquility, do less, comes from Democritus of Abdera and Thrace. It was a pre-Socratic philosopher who came up with the theory of the atoms being random, where the Epicureans, the rivaling philosophical school in the time of Zeno and in Greece, they thought that everything was all the atoms were at random. And one of the things that they thought was they were looking for pleasure, the ultimate good, where Stoicism has virtue is the only good. They said, no, pleasure is the only good and should avoid pain and distress. And they tried to get out of the public life. So there are other translations. He said, if you want to be happy, says Democritus, do little. Do few things, says the philosopher, if you would have quiet. Do little if you want to be content. Again, this is from a more Epicurean stance where they say, okay, if you want to live a good life, so don't do as much, right? But Marcus Aurelius then adds to it, no, we've got to do what nature requires of us. Not more, right? But not less either. So whereas the Epicureans will remove themselves from public life as maybe family or maybe even politics, they said, no, don't go there because that'll just cause you distress. The Stoics said, no, that's your role. If that's your role, you've got to do it. Marcus Aurelius was the emperor. If he had to choose, he probably would have just lived as a philosopher. But he knew that was his role. He was the best one equipped to do that. That was his duty. So he had to live in accordance with nature. He had to live in accordance with his reason and logic. And that's what he had to undertake. So where Democritus says, if you want tranquility, do less. The addition of Marcus Aurelius, he says, no, do what is required. Do what is needed. But don't do more either. That's where a lot of people go wrong, but they feel like we have to go and achieve and do all of these things beyond our duty, beyond what is needed, because we are seeking some kind of external validation or money or fame or fortune or whatever. Marcus Aurelius says, look at what you have to do, know what your role is in life, and then do it. Live up to those duties, take that responsibility. That's what we really got to do and take care of. And it's important to keep that in mind because your life will be so much better if you focus on the things that we should be focusing on instead of all these other stuff. So maybe we still need to start a little bit more from this quote from Democritus. He says, do little. If you seek tranquility, don't do as much as we all want to do. Don't go out and work 60, 70, 80 hours a week just because you think that that's what we're supposed to be doing. Think about it. Ask yourself, what is it that I'm doing? Why am I doing all of this? That's what really is important. And we have to ask, we have to apply that reason and logic and see ourselves in the communal place that we are. We are part of the logos. We are part of nature. We all have our role to play, however big or small it might be. And there's no way who will decide on whatever the exposure is that we have, it's big or small. No, we have our role to play and we need to make sure that we do it. So if you want to seek that good life, do what is required of you. And if you're overwhelmed, do less. Tone it down. First, go to your foundations, your first principle. Look at what the role is that you're playing in this moment. Are you a father or mother? Then make sure that you do that the best way possible. Are you a colleague in a company? You have a job to do. Do that. Focus on that. Don't go and take all these other things from the outside and add them to it. There's no need for it. Just do the things that you're supposed to be doing, but do them well. Do them to your utmost ability. Virtue stands for excellence. That's what they ask of us. Be excellent in everything you do, at least the best way possible. Go out and do your best. So again, the quote by Democritus, if you seek tranquility, do less. And then added by Marcus Aurelius, he says, or more accurately, do what's essential, what the logos of a social being requires. And that's what we got to really focus on. So again, when you go out there and you're struggling, maybe you're burned out, maybe you are finding it difficult to see what it is that you need to do, take a step back. Bring it down to your first principles. Bring it down to what is really essential that you need to be doing. And then do that to your best of your capabilities. That's how we are. That's what asks of us. That's what nature asks of us. To be rational, to use the logos, to use virtue, to live in accordance with our nature. Try that, and then go out and do that to the best of your capabilities. Again, if you're struggling with any of this, please, you can always book a free consultation with any of our coaches. We're more than happy to talk to you. Or you reach out to other people, or you read more, listen to the podcast, read our blogs. There's a lot of things there that can help you with support as well. But for now, if you are feeling overwhelmed, go back to the basics. Do less, but do what's necessary. And if you like this episode, if you like the podcast and what we're doing here at Via Stoica, please leave a rating and subscribe, share it to other people. Help us grow and reach more people, because we think it's important to share these messages. Thank you very much. Hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.